Hey, this is Movie Edge, and this is going to be my Disney movie collection series. This is going to be the live action movies, and I got a lot of live action movies, not as much as some people, but I have a lot. And mostly all Blu-rays here, and a small stack of 4Ks. Now, I do have other live movies on DVD, but that's going to be a separate video when I show all my DVDs that, what I got on DVD that's not on Blu-ray yet. So, yeah, we'll get into that. What I'm going to start off with is sports movies, live action sports movies. They're based on true stories, so Disney's known for this. Live action stuff. Just trying to make some room so I could stack them over here. First one, I got this free from Disney Movie Rewards, which is no longer. It's called Disney Movie Insider, which they don't give shit away. So, yeah. $1 Million Arm with John Hamm. Something loose in there, some kind of piece of plastic loose in there. But anyway, this one was based on a true story, and it's got John Hamm in it. Who else? Bill Paxton, rest in peace, he's in here. Lake Bell, Ellen Arkin. Yeah, I got to check this out soon because I got it. I just never have time to watch the live action Disney ones. I'm more watching the animation ones. So that's one from that. Next, that was based on a true story, if I haven't said it. This one's also based on a true story. It's called McFarlane USA with Kevin Costner. And I also got this one for free from the Disney Movie Rewards. Because I was trying to use up all my points before, they switched over. And I'm glad I did. I didn't use them all up. I had I think 200 left and I couldn't find anything else. But yeah, this has got, let's see, Kevin Costner is the only big star in here. But McFarlane USA, any of these movies, if you've seen them, these sports movies or any of the stacks I go through, comment below saying which one I should check out more than another and stuff like that. This is a Dennis Quaid movie. Also another freebie from Disney Movie Rewards. Now, shit. But this is The Rookie. It's a G-rated movie, which I was shocked about that it was. And it has Dennis Quaid in here, Jay Hernandez, Brian Cox, Rachel Griffith, and that's about it. There's no real big famous stars in there. It's 128 minutes, actually. It's really long. And yes, all of these are region free. So if you happen to be in the UK and you don't see these, you can get them here. Just find a friend that has a Disney Movie Club. This one I think I found at Second and Charles before they closed, and it was 8 Below with the late Paul Walker. This one I have not checked out yet. It's also based on a true story. But they put dramatic elements in here for theatrical purposes. It's not all true and stuff, but close to it. Jason Biggs is in it. Moon Bloodgood, I have no idea who that is. Bruce Greenwood, directed by Frank Marshall. Yeah. Penny Marshall's brother. That's about it. It's a PG picture. And is it long? I don't know. You know what? The years, because Disney sucks like that. Can't find the time. 120 minutes. Disney sucks with putting dates on their stuff. Now, lately, they will put dates on the back saying when the Blu-ray was released. it gives you some kind of idea when the Blu-ray was released. You know, it could have been released the same year that Blu-ray came out, or it could have been released the day a year before, whatever. But anyway, another movie I found this at Second and Charles as well. I was hoping to find out with the slip, but I didn't. And this is based on the incredible true story, Finest Hours. And I said this in a past video about this movie. This doesn't look like it would have been a Disney movie, because they have Disney Presents really small. So my guess was it was supposed to be Touchstone, Hollywood. I don't know. It's a PG-13 movie, so I never got to see it. But I was so interested in seeing it. I got it, and I never seen it. It's 117 minutes. Almost all these movies are like 2 hours. All these sports ones. This one only came with the Blu-ray. Some come with the Blu-ray DVD, some not. Another sports one. This is based on it's based on a true story. It's got Shia LaBeouf and Stephen Stephen Delane. I guess I'm pronouncing that like The Greatest Game Ever Played. Another movie I have not seen yet. All these sports movies I wanted to just marathon them all, but I have never ever got the time to do it. Yeah, another one that's like 2 hours long. Yeah, it says released 2009 for this Blu-ray release, but I think it came out before that. But yeah, this was before Shia LaBeouf came a real big douchebag about movies and stuff. Although the Peanut Butter Falcon, I do want to see that, and I do have it coming in the mail. So, yeah. The Greatest Game Ever Played. It's a movie about golf. Not many movies about golf, like serious movies about golf, were actually made, but this one I was told that it was really good. It's Mark Wahlberg in Invincible, inspired by true story again, and it's a football one this time. Surprise, surprise. I think there's other football ones that they put out, but yeah, this one I found at a Goodwill. The 1 or 2 times I went to Goodwill, I actually found like 2 things that I actually wanted to buy, and it was this, and I think it was Jackass 3 or something like that, and that was about it. Who else is in this movie? It just says Mark Wahlberg. Doesn't say anyone else famous in it. It's about a 2-hour movie. No, it's 104 minutes. Okay, another sports movie. Guess what? This whole stack I didn't see. Miracle, which Kurt Russell. If it wasn't for Walt Disney giving Kurt Russell a chance in one movie, because Kurt Russell, it was like in Disney movies in the 60s, and the story is Walt Disney liked him, he liked his personality, and if it wasn't for Disney going, let's give that guy a shot, the guy wouldn't be famous today if it wasn't for Walt Disney. And he's still working for Disney. Marvel, he's still owned by Disney and other stuff. So Kurt Russell, better thank his lucky stars that Walt Disney hired him. Patricia Clarkson's in this also, and somebody I never heard of before. So this is 1 hour and 136 minutes. This one was about the Olympics, I think, the 1980 U.S. Olympic team. Yeah, Miracle. The only one I'm missing here, based on a true story, is Cool Runnings, because it's in my Disney exclusive Blu-rays for the Disney Movie Club. So I do have that one too. So don't leave messages below. I do have that one, and I showed it in a video for my Disney Movie Club exclusives. You can go back and find that video. The last one I got here is Morning Light. This is more not, well, it is a true story, but it's based on it's basically a documentary about Roy E. Disney actually produced this thing, and I think starred in it. I think Roy E. Disney is like his team versus these amateurs in this like boating race that they have, and they filmed the whole thing, see how it came out, and I know I didn't see it yet. How long is this thing? 98 minutes. So yeah, it's based on a true. Well, it's live. It's a true life documentary. That's what it says on here. But the inside's nice. Yeah, actual artwork and inlay artwork. So that's pretty cool. Those are all my live action sports ones. Next, I want to do. Let's do some. I do have a couple here of true stories. First of all, Saving Mr. Banks, Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson, and where Tom Hanks plays Walt Disney, and he wants the story of Mary Poppins, but she's giving him a hard time about it, and yeah, and it's the whole story about him, his writers, and he wanted to put animation to the movie, but after the creator, which I don't know her name, seen what they wanted to do, then after a hard time, he finally got the rights to it, and he finally did it, and I'm glad he did, because that Mary Poppins is a masterpiece. This is also 125 minutes. It's a long movie too. 2014, the Blu-ray came out, but I don't know exactly when the movie came out. It also has there's some star power in here. Of course, you got Tom Hanks. You got it's also associated with BBC Films. Paul Giamatti's in it. Jason Schwartzman, Bradley Whitford, and Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell is in this as well. So it's an all-around good cast. It's what we're checking out. Why it got a PG-13 rating, I don't know. I really don't see it. Why it got a PG-13 rating. So I got to put that over here. The other true story I have, I think this is all the true stories I got, but unless the Muppets are true stories. No. Queen of Katwe, or Katwe, and this one I haven't seen yet either, but I got it for free, Disney Movie Club. Was it Disney Movie Rewards? It was Disney Movie Rewards. I got it for free. Again, Disney Movie Insider sucks balls, Disney. Stop it. Put Disney Movie Rewards back up. Give away free movies with your points. Your points are absolutely worthless now. You could buy some stupid stuff on there like tickets, movie tickets. You can't even buy gift cards on it. It's a rant for another day. But Queen Katwe, I don't want to murder any of their names, but it's a really good cast right there. And this is a movie I need to check out as well. And how long is this movie? 124 minutes. A lot of special features on it and everything else. But yeah, I have to check this one out. That's another true story that I had. Now, I want to do... let's go with the Muppets, shall we? The Muppets. There we go. Got a stack of Muppet stuff here. Now, mind you, Disney did not own these at first. They bought the rights to them after they bought the rights to the Muppets. The first one being the original Muppet movie from the 70s. I want to say like 78, 79, something like that. The Muppet movie. And it's not going to actually say, no. But it wasn't a Disney movie originally. It was like some independent film company put it out. And when they bought the rights to Henson Jim Henson stuff, they got this movie. Muppet movie. Put that right there. Next, there's another movies that they own that were never Disney movies. Well, this one was. Great Muppet Caper was never a Disney movie, but The Muppet Treasure Island was a Disney movie. The only two that Disney does not have the rights to, theatrical, the ones that were at the theater, were Muppets Take Manhattan, which is on Columbia, and I don't think they're going to give the rights up for that because Columbia's stubborn, especially with the Spider-Man thing. Disney had to really push for that. And Muppets from Space, which is not the best, but yeah, Columbia's not going to give those up. Muppet Treasure Island, 90 minutes, and Great Muppet Caper is 98 minutes. When I was a kid, Great Muppet Caper was my favorite. It was just a really good movie. Muppet Treasure Island's pretty good too. A lot of stars in the Great Muppet Caper, but there was only one star in Muppet Treasure Island. I think that was Tim Curry. Tim Curry was in that? Because it's not going to say. It's not going to say. I think it's Tim Curry. Yeah, Tim Curry's in Muppet Treasure Island. And the others are not listed on here. Sons of bitches. Anyway, there you go. It's number 2. I like double pack on that. It's nice. And then we're going to get into the Disney stuff that they put out. Muppets. The Muppets. This is the newest one that was it Jason Segel written. He was a big Muppets fan and he decided to go ahead with this. This one actually did stuff. This one actually was a big deal. But making a Muppet movie PG after all the rest of them are G kind of was a turnoff for me. But I still liked it. It was still good. A lot of cameos in that too. And then finally, Muppets Most Wanted, which a lot of cameos in this as well, but not as good as the original movies, you know. And again, PG, they really didn't need to go that route. They could have got a G rating. When I think of the Muppets in my childhood, I always think of clean family entertainment, but the Muppets and the Muppets Most Wanted, PG rated, really, you know, and it was like their TV show that was short-lived on NBC, trying to bring back the Muppet Show. It was kind of like adult humor on that. It's really, they had to go that route. Nah, they really didn't. This one's 124 minutes. I think this is the extended. Yeah, this is the unnecessarily extended edition. So yeah, I seen the regular version on cable. I never seen the extended version. So yeah, it's got Ricky Gervais. Who's in here? Ricky Gervais, Ty Burrell, Tina Fey. There's some other people in here, but are not that well known. But yeah, I wasn't impressed with the ones that are Disney are cranking out now. Not really. Next, we're gonna do movies that were made from Disney rides. Yes, there's gonna be one with The Rock coming out soon. It's Jungle Cruise, which I was never on. I went to Disney World and Disneyland, both of them, but I never was on the Jungle Cruise. Maybe next time I visit Disney World, I'll check out the Jungle Cruise. This one really kind of bored me. I'm going to have to revisit it. It's Tomorrowland with George Clooney. Special effects were awesome, but story-wise, I kind of fell asleep. And it says 2015 on here, so it probably either came out in 2014 or 2015. I don't know, but it just gives you the Blu-ray release. And this is like 130 minutes. So, yeah, they made it a little bit too long. Who else is in this cast? Hugh Laurie, Tim McGraw. Why? I don't know. Catherine Hahn. Keegan Michael Key. That's about it. Yeah. It wasn't that great of a movie, in my opinion. It could have been way better. But I have to revisit that one. Next, you're going to guess. You're going to guess this one because there's like a slew of them. Pirates of the Caribbean. Or the Caribbean, whatever we're going to pronounce it. Curse of the Black Pearl. This first one, the first time I seen it, it was magnificent. It was a great film. You had Johnny Depp, Jeffrey Rush, Orlando Bloom, and Keira Knightley. And I think there's other people in here. Jonathan Pryce. Yeah, and it was like, I think this was the first PG-13 Disney film. And it was good for the time. It's like I could see why it was PG-13 because there was really a lot of violence in there, and maybe like a swear word or two. That was like, that was about it. 143 minutes this original movie was. Then they came out with pretty much the same cast in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. This one was also good. Not as good as the first, but it was good. And I liked Davy Jones. No, not the monkey singer, but there you go, right there. Really good special effects with him. Jonathan Pryce. There's some other people's names in here. Oh, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing that. That's like a Swedish name. Yeah, well, anyway, this one was 100 and, how long was this? There's no time on this? I know this was a long one, too. 150 minutes. So, yeah. Liked it. You know, I actually watched it more than once. At World's End, this one wasn't that great. I mean, it's good. I didn't like the fact that Chow Yun-fat was in it. It's like, didn't belong in this movie. It just didn't work for me. You know, it's kind of like they went to, like, I don't know, is China, or were they in China? I don't know, it just didn't work for me. Jeffrey Rush is also in this one. Jonathan Pryce, is in it. And this one was about, how long was this one? They're all like ridiculously long movies that they could have like cut down just a tad. And 169 minutes. So that's actually a long one. Yeah. Anyway. Am I ever going to upgrade these to 4K? Probably not, because these are not movies that I watch over and over again. On Strange Tides, people badmouth this movie, but I like the real slip on this, but I kind of liked it. It was had a mermaids in there and some other stuff. It was really dark. Penelope Cruz is in it. Ian McShane, I think it's pronounced. Jeffrey Rush is also in this one. Don't see anyone else that I recognize. But yeah, I like this one. I really did. It doesn't have Keira Knightley in it or Orlando Bloom. Oh, actually, spoiler alert, they're at the end of the movie. So, yeah, they're at the end of this movie. If you haven't seen this, this is like a 2011 date on this. Well, yeah, 2011 probably, because that's what it says in a Blu-ray release. So if you haven't seen this by now, spoiler alert, they're at the end of the movie, after the credits, actually. Yeah, I liked it. It was different. it went in a different direction. 136 minutes. This one I actually watched, and I didn't watch it. I got, after I seen it on like I think we had a free preview of Stars or something, and it was on there. It was Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, or Salazar's Revenge in the UK, which I kind of like that title too. But you know, it's Dead Man Tells No Tale, Dead Man Tell No Tales, and it is a great action movie, and the special effects on this one kind of blew me away. Kind of reminded me of the first movie. This one had Jeffrey Rush, and also the new people. I can't find it. Anyway, in my opinion, I think this was good. And the story about the boy and the girl on there, I'm not going to give it away if you haven't seen this yet, but it has to do with our Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley. It has to do with them. So yeah, which they're in this movie, but don't remember if they're in much of it because I only seen it once. How long is this thing? 129 minutes. So yeah, not a bad movie in the series, but you know, take it or leave it. I mean, in my opinion, it was a good way to end the series. Now they're going to try to, I don't know if it's going to be a reboot or just a continuation of Pirates of the Caribbean, but they're going to make the red-headed pirate be the main character, which I like to see. You know, they're complaining that there's not many women as the lead roles and stuff. All right, let's try it with that. The Pirates of the Caribbean with a red-headed pirate, which really wasn't the red-headed pirate at the beginning. She was more like a prostitute, and then they changed it at Disney because that's not politically correct. So yeah, whatever. Now we're gonna go through some live-action movies that were animated at first, then they live action. This one was actually better than I thought, and I don't like these live action movies, but it was Beauty and the Beast. I think Emma Watson was really good in this. She shined in it. Trying to find Dan Stevens, Luke Evans, Kevin Kline, Josh Gad, Ewan McGregor, Stanley Tucci, Ian McKellen, and Emma Thompson. Thompson. I like how they put her last in the credits. But yeah, they put her first here. Wait, am I pointing to that right? Yeah, they put her first on here, but on the back in the credits, they put her last. Doesn't make sense. But this was a really good, surprisingly good movie, and I did watch it more than once. Beauty and the Beast, really good. Special effects in this just blew me away. Next, something that I didn't think I was going to see, but when it was on TBS one day, my wife was watching it, so I decided to watch it too. Cinderella, really good actually. And who stars in this? Cate Blanchett, Lily James, Richard Madden, I guess that's how you pronounce that name. Don't know how to pronounce that name because it's Swedish. Yeah, but this movie with the special effects and everything, it kind of blew me away too. It was a really good storyline, and yeah, this was really good. I recommend this one. Yeah, I don't like all of their what do you call live action movies. Like I hated Into the Woods. Tried to watch that when it was on Stars channel, the movie channel. Hated it. Oh my God. Alice in Wonderland. The first one, I had that in my collection, and it literally, I hated it so much, I didn't want it next to my other movies, so I sold it. I didn't care. I lost money on it. I sold it. It just sucked that bad. I didn't even bother seeing the second one because the first one sucked so bad. There's another one that was surprisingly good. Oz the Great and Powerful. It's more like a prequel to The Wizard of Oz, and I think they did a damn good job at it. There's like two flaws in this movie, and that would be the doll and the monkey. Because in The Wizard of Oz, when you see him, his character, the Great and Powerful Oz, I forgot his name in this movie, Oscar Diggs, that's the character's name that James Franco played. The Wizard of Oz, when he lived in that castle, there was no China doll, and there was no flying monkey that talked. Okay? So, that's a flaw right there. They shouldn't have added those two characters. They added it in for, I guess, dramatic purposes, or just more entertainment purposes, but there was no China doll, there was no monkey. Not unless by the time, Wizard of Oz was made, in their time frame from the prequel to the one with Judy Garland, which would be the second part of this movie. Maybe the monkey got killed, or maybe got tired of the talking monkey and he sliced his head off or something. I don't know, but those two characters, the China doll probably broke or got rusted or whatever. I don't care, because that was an annoying character. The monkey was kind of annoying too. I like Zach Braff as the voice, but no, those two characters shouldn't have happened in the movie. Other than that, I really liked it. I really did. This movie I haven't seen before. This was an animated movie. This is even not a Disney movie. It was in like Europe. It was released by another company, but here it was Disney and a Blame. Directed by and produced by Steven Spielberg, Frank Marshall, and is the BFG. This one I have not gotten a chance to see it, and there's not any character. Rebecca Hall, I know. Bill Hader, I know. Other than that, there's really no big name stars that I've seen in this movie that I am not in a hurry to see. And it's 118 minutes, so it's about 2 hours. Yeah, this one came out, it says Blu-ray released in 2016. So Walden Media, Amblin, and Disney. So I don't know. Is it worth seeing? Is it worth checking out at least once? It's going to stay in my collection because it's Disney, but leave a message below because I'm not in a hurry to see that one. This one, when someone signed up to the Disney movie rewards, or no, Disney Movie Club, I forgot which ones they were. I think it was these two. When they signed up to the Disney Movie Club, I got 2 movies for free. All I had to do is pay for shipping. That only worked one time. The second person that signed up for it and stuff, I never got shit from Disney. They never even acknowledged that someone used my link. So it's like, I'll put my link down if you want to use it, but I don't give a fuck about it. Next, this one I really wanted to see. It didn't end up on 4K, which is a shame, because this would have looked good in 4K, but it's Christopher Robin. And I know there's another one that was made around the same time about Christopher Robin, but yeah, this one, it was cute. The characters in here, you got Winnie the Pooh, Roo, I don't know all the characters' names. You got Eeyore, Tigger, Piglet, and who else? Anyway, the star of it Well, you got the voice powers. You got the voice cast of Jim Cummings. He must love his last name. Brett Garrett. That's about it. That's all that's under. Anyway, you have Ewan McGregor in the main role, and yeah, I have to check this out soon because it just looks so interesting. Why it got a PG rating, I don't know. I mean, I think the MPAA is. They don't even call it the MPAA anymore. On trailers, they call it the MPA, which, what happened to the other A? It's not Motion Picture Association of America anymore. It's just Motion Picture Association. So I think that's why they did that. They don't want to be all disclassified and say, oh, we can rate anything from anywhere in the world. But yeah, it should have got a G rating. I don't know. People at the MPA is just weird. The other free movie I got, which I was going to pay for this, it had a lot of action in it. And that's all it had, was Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer. I didn't even know who Armie Hammer was when this movie came out. And now he's in a bunch of movies. But it was The Lone Ranger. It was a Jerry Bruckheimer film. The action in this movie is awesome. The storyline in this movie, it sucks. And this just racist against this character of Tonto was so just racist against American and Native Americans that it was a joke. It had to be a joke. But yeah, I like Johnny Depp's style and his acting and stuff, but the way he played it is, come on, really? Who else was in this movie? Tom Wilkinson, which his name is popping up in a lot of the movies that I've been getting lately. Barry Pepper, and the rest of the people I do not know. But this was like 149 minutes. It's a good watch. It's a fun popcorn flick. Shut your brain off. Watch it. Don't give it really any thought, and you'll enjoy it. Especially the train scenes with the action on top. This one I got before Disney Movie Club became shit. And I'm glad I got it with the slipcover. Jungle Book 3D. Didn't really need this in 3D. I had a used copy I got from Cinema Sickness, but it didn't have a slip. And I'm like, well, if I get it for free, no loss. And I just gave my other copy to my cousin. And she liked it. So, yeah, she appreciated that. This one I heard was great. It just came out on 4K. But I don't think I'm going to bother with 4K for this one because, I mean, Blu-ray's enough on this movie. I'll buy the 4Ks if they're new movies as they come out. But older movies that are already out on Blu-ray, I'm not going to bother upgrading unless they're the animation movies. This one had a good voice cast. It had Bill Murray, Ben Kingsley, Lupita Nyong'o. She was in another movie. She was in Star Wars. She did the voices and stuff of the character with the big glasses. Yeah. Scarlett Johansson did a voice in here. Don't know who that is. Christopher Walken was in this. Jon Favreau directed this. The kid, who is the kid? I don't know. Who is the kid? It's got to be Neil. It's got to be that last person right there. It's got to be him. But I heard this was absolutely fantastic, so got to check this out one day. This was actually 106 minutes, so it's not as long as I thought it would be. But for live action movies, people gave this really good reviews. This one here, I got used. I wanted to get the 3D slip for this, but they didn't have it. They didn't even carry it before that thing ended. But it's the the live action version of Pete's Dragon, which I want to check out as well. I got this from Cinema Sickness. The DVD is kind of fucked, but the Blu-ray was beautiful, so I really don't care about the DVD. This had a good cast in it as well. It had Bryce Dallas Howard, Wes Bentley, Carl Urban, don't know, Robert Redford's in here, and how long was this thing? 103 minutes. So it's a movie I want to actually check out. Probably this one right after I watch The Jungle Book. Probably 2 in a row. So that's another stack of the movies that were made into live action stuff. Some people like, some people didn't like. But like I said, there's a lot of other live action ones I did not get because they're shit. I'm going to show you my 4Ks right now because there's some in here that are live action films, like the Mary Poppins Returns. I have not watched this, but I heard it was phenomenal, and 130 minutes. Dick Van Dyke's in this movie, and he's like in his 90s, and he was still dancing like he was young again, and he's in the original. I'll show it right now. Mary Poppins. So yeah, between this movie and this movie came out in the 60s, I want to say, and this was like 139 minutes. This one was 130 minutes. So Dick Van Dyke, wow, you know, it's like, and he's in his like 93, 94, something like that. He made it between those two movies. And who else is in this movie? Emily Blunt, I know that. Emily Blunt. Wow, this is small writing. No one I really recognize. Colin Firth is in it. Meryl Streep is in it. I know Dick Van Dyke has a small part in it. Man, that's about it, man. Can't really see. But I heard this was really good as well. And I'm going to check this out. Hopefully soon. I have a lot of stuff to review. Dumbo. I was going to sit down and watch this with the family, but never got a chance. But maybe we will. Now that my nieces and nephews and their parents live with us, we could sit down and watch Dumbo. But then, again, they have Disney Plus, which defeats the purpose of what I have here. But Disney Plus, I'm not a fan of it. Mandalorian, that's the only thing I want to see on that. And probably the new Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Ben Kenobi. This movie had a lot of star power. It's a Tim Burton directed film. Michael Keaton, I'm a big fan of his. Danny DeVito, Eva Green, Ellen Arkin. Ellen Arkin's great too. But it's Dumbo. It's a little bit different than the animated movie. But a lot of people hated this movie. A lot of people liked it. So, you know, it's a, toss up on the fence, And I don't listen to people's reviews. I'll watch their videos on the reviews. But if they just, totally go, it's garbage, don't even bother watching it. That's not a review, dude. That's not a review. That's like saying, what do you like about it? What do you dislike about it? I don't like reviewers like that. It kind of, irritates me. That's why I just watch for pickups on YouTube. Aladdin, I got to see bits and pieces of this movie, and what I seen I liked. The special effects wise, yeah, it's this is like 128 minutes too. This is I like how they put Will Smith on the top. He's the star of the movie. Fuck these two, they don't exist. Whatever. Jafar was awesome in this movie. I really like that villain in this movie. It's kind of like Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. I really like the villain. I don't know why. I just like the villain. Yeah, there's not much more to say about this, but what I've seen of it was really good. This one I can't comment on because I didn't see it, but for a live action, this is funny. For a live action movie, the live action Lion King, it's not, because it got nominated for Best Animated Movie at the Golden Globes. How is this possible? It's a CG fucking movie. That's why. So yeah, it's like Disney's like, oh, it's a live action of the Lion King. The only thing live action about this, I think, was the backgrounds and stuff. They actually filmed the outdoors and stuff, and then they digitally put the animals in there. That's about it. And yeah, I want to see it. It's 118 minutes. Who voices it? This is also a Jon Favreau directed movie. He must be sucking some mean dick at Disney, huh? I'm just in a really good mood in this video. You can see. You got Donald Glover as a voice. You got Seth Rogen, which I thought he would never work for Disney. Alfie Woodward, I don't even know who that is. Beyonce Knowles. James Earl Jones, he came back to do the voice, and that's about it. That's all I noticed that I know on here. But yeah, I got to check this out soon. You know, yeah. I mean, some people really like the animation on it. My wife's seen this at the theater with her nieces and nephews, and she said it was really good. She said it was great. So I'll give it a shot. I'll watch it with her one day. Next, something I recently got a couple months ago, which I wanna watch soon. Maleficent, Angelina Jolie. Let me open this up here. Elle Fanning's in here, or Ellie Fanning. Sam Raimi. No, Sam Raimi. What am I thinking of? Sam Riley. Juno Temple. I like her. Yeah, check out Horns with is it Mr. Harry Potter? Damn it, I'm drawing a blank now. But Juno Templeton was in Horns with Daniel Radcliffe, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Yeah. Am I being just crude in this video for Disney? I don't know. This is not for kids anyway, so. Yeah, I think that's it. Director, I don't recognize. And 97 minutes. Yeah, so, yeah. I heard this is really well done. And, of course, this I just got. The 14th of January, and it is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, which this one, when I seen the trailers, it looks great. It looks funny. It looks, you got like a little bit of darkness in there and everything. When I first seen the trailer, I thought it was going to be PG-13 because it was really dark. And then when you see the trailers again, it's like, oh, okay, it's a little bit later. It was... Okay, this one came out, 2019. The first one came out on 4K, but I don't know the exact year. I think it came out 2 years ago. I don't know. This one came out in 2019. I know that. It's 118 minutes. Yeah, but this one looks fun. These two Maleficent movies look a lot, I'm gonna have a fun time at it and stuff. So yeah. So that is all my Disney live action 4K movies. Probably get more here and there, but I'm not going to rebuy just because it came out on 4K. No. I almost showed Mary Poppins just because, but I might as well continue with that. This is my short stack of movies that had live action and animation in it, and first one would be Mary Poppins. And really wish I had a slip for this, but yeah, and there's a lot of like, well, not a lot of special features on it. Sherman Brothers, I think, as a documentary on that, a little one. Yeah, but Mary Poppins. And the next one was one of my favorites when I was a kid. I always used to watch this when it came on TV. Found this at the Second and Charles before it closed. And it is Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I haven't seen this in a long time. I picked this up brand new. Someone sold it, and it was brand new, factory sealed at the time. So I said, oh, sure, why not? There's a little bit of damage on the slip right there, but I don't care. This has Angela Lansbury. She did a voice in Beauty and the Beast. And who else is in this movie? Roddy McDowall. The other people I do not recognize. But, yeah. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, it's a great family movie, and it's for all ages. Nothing racist in it like Song of the South. It's pretty much clean. Yeah, Song of the South, I did find a bootleg of that on someone selling on Facebook, I think. And they have, I might get a copy of that. I already seen it. It was on YouTube, but too bad about the kids. They're going to go, oh, we're going to go on Splash Mountain. Hey, kids, do you know what Splash Mountain is from? No, I thought it was just a ride with bears and bunnies and stuff. No. The racist behind it. This one I know it's not Disney, but it might as well be Disney, and it's a Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's the 25th anniversary. I mean, hell, they have, if you go to Disneyland, they have the Who Framed Roger Rabbit ride in there, which is about 5 minutes, not even. And by the time you're out, your back is killing you because you're riding a cab, this kind of cab, and your back is getting thrown from here to here. Don't even bother recording in there because my camera was like this the whole time. I was trying to and then it automatically shut off because I was banging it against stuff. So yeah, don't go on that ride. Trying to film it. And yeah, but Who Framed Roger Rabbit, really fun movie. Not for kids. Well, not the whole thing is not for kids, but yeah, I mean, with the time and effort that they put into this movie, it took them 2 years to make this movie. Today, we could do it digitally, and it would come out to be way less time. This is Roger. No. This was directed by Robert Zemeckis, executive produced by Steven Spielberg, Kathleen Kennedy, and Blame Entertainment. And it was 104 minutes. They asked me, it should have been just a little bit longer. But, yeah, Bob Hoskins. I pronounce his name wrong, but he was really good in this movie. And Christopher Lloyd, just batshit crazy in this movie, but he was good. And I know there's a bunch of, Charles Fletcher was actually in the movie as himself, I think, and the voice of Roger Rabbit. Trying to find Catherine Turner was the voice of Jessica Rabbit. And yeah, so there's a lot of star power in this movie. I recommend it if you've never seen this movie, and I know there's people out there that never seen Roger Rabbit, which is a fucking shame because this is a work of art right here. But if your kid is like 10, 11, 12, I would say, yeah, go ahead and watch it. Now, it's got the DVD and Blu-ray on here, and it has all the shorts that came out after the movie. It has Tummy Trouble, Roller Coaster Rabbit, Trail Mix-Up. Those are all the ones that came out. I think 2 of them came out under Disney. 1 of them came under Touchstone. Those shorts, they were in front of like movies. One was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It was Tummy Trouble. Deleted scenes. Oh, deleted scene, not deleted scenes. But all this stuff is actually on the Vista series DVD, which I still have. I'm not giving that away because that one is actually beautiful. If you watch that and use a 4K player, it looks like a Blu-ray still. It's just that good. So if you ever happen to find the DVD version, the Vista series of this, grab it because it's beautiful. Yeah. Coming up next, I'm talking way too much in this video and swearing too much, I think. Coming up next, let's do some action Disney movies. First, I haven't seen this in years. Rocket Man. Rocket Man. What am I thinking? I'm thinking of the other movie, The Rocketeer, and Bill Campbell is in this. Alan Arkin, Jennifer Connelly, Paul Sorvino, Timothy Dalton. It's a damn good movie, and it was, I think, originally Touchstone. I think this was originally Touchstone Pictures, but they decided to change it because it made so much money to Disney. So, yeah. Artwork. One second. No, I do not have it here. Not easy to grab, not easy to get to. No, it's not easy to get to. I was looking for Dick Tracy. If you haven't seen Dick Tracy, it's a Touchstone film, but it's basically Disney. I mean, it's before Sin City and 300 and stuff like that. They did Dick Tracy, where the whole background was fake, and the cast was good. You had a really good cast. But that movie should have been Disney, not Touchstone as well, because Dick Tracy was great. It was a great live action version of the animated. It was an animated series, and then before that, it was like a serial from the I want to say the 50s, 40s or 50s. I don't know, but Dick Tracy is another recommendation from me. If you haven't seen it. There's another one that I recommend. Sorcerer's Apprentice. This is basically off of Fantasia with the Mickey Mouse scene. But yeah, I mean, I liked it. It was Nicolas Cage in it. Jay Baruch. I never can pronounce his last name, but yeah, right there. But this movie was actually surprisingly good. I really wish they would have made a sequel to it, because that would have been awesome. Who else is in this movie? Teresa Palmer, John Turturro. No, that's not John Turturro. John... I don't know. There's no one else really in here. But, damn good movie. Really a lot of action. Special effects. Just a really good movie. And this one I got from the UK, but it is region free, both of them. Even though they say the second one on here is region be locked, it is National Treasure 2. The reason why I got this, because it's in one case. I didn't have to buy 2 cases, and I saved space. It says it on the back. I think it's an error, but this one's all region. It's the first movie. This one's region B locked. It's the second movie. But I checked them, and they work in A region machines. Boring blue discs. The first one is particularly my favorite. The second one has its moments, but the first one was like adult Goonies, kind of. And, these were like movies that were fun that Nicolas Cage were in. Now he just makes movies just to make movies. And he went the route of Bruce Willis, where he just like looks at a script for 5 minutes and goes, okay, I'll do it. Fuck it. It's a paycheck. That's Nicolas Cage now. Okay? The last good Nicolas Cage movie I seen was probably The Trust with him and Elijah Wood. That's about it. And, yeah. So, if you're looking for this in a 2 case, want to save space, boom. It's the UK version. I don't think there was ever a slipcover for this. There's another one from The Rock, which there's other Disney ones from The Rock that I want to get, like The Game Plan was a good movie. I didn't get that one yet, but Race to Witch Mountain. This is a remake of the old Witch Mountain movies, but they made a series of those. This one, don't know if it made any money or whatever, but The Rock was pretty good in it. It's a good action movie. And Tom Everett Scott is in this movie. He was from That Thing You Do. The rest of the people I don't recognize in here. The 2 kids in the movie have no idea who they are, because I'm looking. Yeah, the kids I don't recognize. If anyone knows what they're doing now, please tell me, because I don't feel like going in IMDb and looking up shit that I don't care about. Just tell me. This is all region. This is about, how long was this movie? Huh. No time on here? No time on this one, huh? There's bloopers to deleted scenes, discover hidden references to the original movie, Witch Mountain, and, yeah. I mean, I don't think they were probably going to make this a series, but they probably just said, it didn't make any money, fuck it. 99 minutes. It is. Boom. Boring disc. I think I get this for free too at the Disney Movie Rewards thing. One of my favorite movies. When this first came out, I think it was before its time, and people did not understand it. Because I know I was blown away when I first seen this. I think this came out in 83 originally. Tron. If you know the exact date, put it below, because I think it was 83 or 82. I could have been wrong, but at the time, the special effects on this, computer special effects, that wasn't animation, that was computer, and it was damn good. It was just really damn good. And but the lingo and everything, I didn't understand back then. But now when I watch this movie now, you understand the lingo and everything. And that's why I think this movie, it did very well. But only computer nerds at the time that worked in big corporations and stuff like that that did IT and stuff at the time understood what this movie was about. But normal people did not. They just went in and said, ooh, ah, look at the pretty colors. And, yeah. But you had Jeff Bridges in here, Bruce Boxleitner, David Warner, Cindy Morgan, and Bernard Hughes. This movie was 96 minutes. And like I said, I think it came out in 82 or 83. Classic movie. What the hell? Fucking crap I leave in here. Anyway, Tron, classic. It had picture art and everything. So, yeah, one of my favorite movies. Had this originally on DVD. Then it went out of print for a long time. And then came out on Blu-ray, and I was excited. Will this ever get a 4K release? Who the hell knows? If it does, this I might upgrade to 4K. The next movie was a sequel to it. Took a long time to make the sequel. Tron Legacy. First time I seen this, I liked it. It wasn't as fast-paced, moving, and fun as the first movie, but it was good. It also had it had Olivia Wilde in it. That's the reason why I wanted to see it. Olivia Wilde in that suit. Yeah, hell yeah. Then you had, Jeff Bridges is the main character. Bruce Boxleitner, Michael Sheen, music by Daft Punk. But the woman who was actually in this movie is one of the main characters. She did not appear in this movie. I think she might be in the special features, but I think they wrote her off as she died or something. They were supposed to make a third one to this. They decided not to. I really wish they would, because I would love to see them, Olivia Wilde's character, she was in the computer and then she came out to real life. Tron, there was real life going into a computer, so I would love to have seen how that worked. But, they didn't leave it like you wanting more, though. The movie was okay. The special effects were okay. This is actually done IMAX style, so you'll get the bars in 1 minute, and then it'll open up, and then bars, and then it'll open up again in the action scenes. So, yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a pretty decent popcorn flick. This one's 125 minutes, so a little over 2 hours. This one, I didn't like the first time I watched it, but then I watched it again. It's alright. I found this brand new factory sealed at 2nd and Charles. I really miss my fucking 2nd and Charles. But, hey, what are you going to do? They closed. The closest one's Indiana. I'm in Illinois. I'm not driving an hour and a half out of the fucking way to go to a 2nd and Charles. Yeah. Do I sound bitter about it? Because I am. This one is Jake Gyllenhaal. Ben Kingsley's in this. The rest of the stars I don't recognize. But this is a fun movie. First time I watched it, I was kind of bored in spots, but this is a fun action movie. PG-13. I don't know if this came out before or after Pirates did. Let me see. This is Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean came out after that, I think. Or it might have been, I don't know. This might have been the second PG-13 movie they put out. I don't know. But this one was like one of the big, thick cases like they have in the UK. Because at the time, they have the Blu-ray, the fucking DVD, which they need to stop making, and then they had the digital file, which now is on a piece of paper. So you have 3 discs in here, which was unnecessary and stuff. I still don't get why they just don't sell the Blu-rays like they do in the UK. The UK will sell movies Blu-ray only and digital. And even the digital, they're not selling that much of. But this is also a Jerry Bruckheimer film, but I recommend this. If you haven't seen it, it's a fun action movie. First time you might not get it. It might take another watch. There's another fun action movie that actually surprised me. It starts in the Civil War time, and then he gets caught in this, like, I don't know, it's maybe like a black hole kind of thing, I don't know, but he goes into the future, and he goes on this planet. The name of the movie is John Carter. I'm trying to see if this was based off of a book. Don't know. Don't know. But this is like, the 3D on this was supposed to be amazing. And I never got that 3D TV, so I never found out how it is. But it's supposed to be amazing on this. But when you went to the theater, it was supposed to be good. The theater, it didn't make jack shit at the theater. But when people watched it at home, they recommended it, and they give it good ratings. I myself liked it. Bryan Cranston's at the beginning of this movie. Of course, you know, at the beginning of the movie, it's a Civil War. Like I said, it's really weird. And, yeah. So, and then when he comes back, finally, through whatever region, black hole, whatever, he comes back, and he hides out and stuff like that, and they think he's dead. But he's actually not. But if you haven't seen this movie, I recommend it. It's very well done. Maybe the CG might be a little bit dated now, but 132 minutes, yeah. Who's in this movie? Is he John Carter? Taylor Kitsch, Lily Collins, Samantha Morton, Mark Strong, don't know that person. William Dafoe's in it. I think is one of the voices, maybe the creature, I don't know. And I know that Bryan Cranston's at the beginning of this movie, but it's not credited on the back. But he ends up getting shot and killed and dies in a cave. On here, the Blu-ray release got released in 2012. So, it's been a while. Highly recommend this movie. I don't care what anyone says. Fucking see it, because Movie Edge said so. This movie, only seen bits and pieces of it. It's another Jerry Bruckheimer film that I found brand new factory sealed. I really missed my second in Charles. Anyway, G-Force, and it's animation and live action. Only seen bits and pieces, like I said. And Bill Knightley's in here. Will Arnett, Zach Galifianakis, with the voice talents of Nicolas Cage, Sam Rockwell, Jon Favreau. See, I told you, Jon Favreau was sucking dick at Disney and Marvel. Penelope Cruz, Steve Buscemi, Tracy Morgan is probably the funniest out of this whole thing. And who executive produced this? Anyone famous? No. Oh, Jerry Bruckheimer produced it. 88 minutes. It's more of a kids action movie, but I have to actually check this out. It's one of those thick cases too, but I'm glad I found them all with slip covers. This is the one with the Blu-ray artwork, DVD, jack shit on it, and you got the digital copy. I'm just keeping it in there for, you know, if someone asks me, some kid asked me, what do they have before they had the pieces of paper with the digital codes on it? They had discs, kids. So yeah, boom. If this is worth checking out right away, tell me and I'll make a day for it. But 88 minutes is not that long, so yep. That leaves me with one stack left. I know this is going a little bit fur, but 115, hour and 15 minutes so far. This is going to be my comedy section, and this is going to be my last, and then it's over. Hocus Pocus, classic Halloween movie, and don't kill me, but I haven't seen it yet, and the only reason why I got this was for the re-release. I'm just really kind of pissed at Disney because they re-released this with no slip. Kind of like they did with Nightmare Before Christmas. They re-released it with no slip. If you want a slip with it, it comes at the Disney Movie Club. It came with a two-in-one slip box, and that was just stupid. And these came with free pins. That's why I got these. I think I got them at Walmart, and they both came with free pins. That's why I got them both at the same time. Around when did this come out? 2018. So yeah, one came with a pin. The pin looked like that, the cat on it, and I forgot. I think the other pin for Nightmare Before Christmas was Jack is Back or something like that with the pumpkin skull on it. Boring, but yeah, I gotta check this out one day. I know people say this is an awesome movie, and it probably is. I just gotta, watch it. Now, I'm gonna show this, and I don't want to hear any shit from you Adam Sandler haters out there because you're a bunch of hypocrites. He makes one good R-rated movie, and everyone's on the Adam Sandler bandwagon. Well, this is a great movie for kids. Bedtime Stories with Adam Sandler. And this was a Happy Madison production also. And Kerry Russell's in it. Guy Pearce. Russell Brand, which he's kind of funny in this. Richard Griffith. Jonathan Pryce, which was in Pirates movie. Courtney Cox is in this movie. Lucy Lawless. Teresa Palmer, which was in that last movie I talked about, Witch Mountain. Okay. Let's see what else is in here. Who produced? Executive produced productions by Anne Marie. No, that's not. I thought it was Sandler. It's not Sandler. Produced by Adam Sandler. And that's about it. So I guess Sandler just produced it with his company, and Disney put it out. But it was like one of his rare PG pictures, Bedtime Stories. It's fun. He tells stories to these kids, and every time the kids imagine things, stuff really happens to him, and it's just a great family movie, and which he should make more of, family movies. It's got the artwork on the Blu-ray, and the DVD's got nothing, but well, at least it's shiny. Anyway, yeah, highly recommend this movie. Yeah, it is well worth checking out as a Sandler Walt Disney movie. Jack and Jill, people shit on that a lot, but I thought that was a good family movie too. How to get a PG rating, I don't know. But that one should have been Disney as well, but apparently maybe Disney passed it up. Now, next, getting into Travolta, Williams, and Seth Green in Old Dogs. This is actually a pretty funny movie. I didn't think it was going to be that great because it's towards the end of where Robin Williams wasn't funny, and he wasn't really getting funny movies, but this one was pretty good. Who else is in this movie? Kelly Preston. Like I said, Seth Green is in it. Lori Loughlin, before she went to jail, I guess. Matt Dillon. And that's about it. It's 88 minutes long, but it is funny. It's funny. It's well worth checking out if you're a Robin Williams fan. And there you go. Robin Williams worked for Disney many, many times, only under Touchstone in Hollywood. Movies like Flubber and Jack and Bicentennial Man. Those are all Disney-owned movies, but they're under Touchstone in Hollywood. And then he made the R-rated stuff like Good Morning Vietnam, which is a good movie in itself. Next, this is from my wife's collection. It's got spots all over it. From what? I don't know. Two good movies. I've seen them both. Both G-rated movies, both fun. Princess Diaries and Princess Diaries 2. This were both directed by Gary Marshall. Again, Penny Marshall's brother. And it was produced by Frank Marshall. Produced by Whitney Houston. Huh. That's something you don't see every day. I guess she did produce the Princess Diaries, but she didn't. She did. She produced the second one too. So that's something I did not know till today. Hector Elizondo. It's hard to pronounce his name. He was from Pretty Woman, which is also a Disney film. It's like an R-rated Cinderella with hookers, and Hathaway's in we'll do the first one. Anne Hathaway, Heather Martinez, Hector Elizondo. Mandy Moore is in this, which I did not even notice. Caroline Goodwill, Robert Schwartzman, and Julie Andrews, right there. Great actress. And pretty much the same cast in the second movie. Maybe new faces in there. The first one's 115 minutes. The second one's 113 minutes. Now, they're supposed to be making a third movie to this. Is it going to be as good because it's going to be a different director? I'm hoping Frank Marshall will direct it because it's Gary Marshall's brother, for one. And I think he would be the best bet to do this, and it would stay with the G rating, all three of them. Watch them make it a PG or PG-13 rated movie, which would be disappointing because these are really good movies, and they're family movies. Unlike S.O.B., if you ever seen the movie S.O.B. from Blake Edwards, she's topless in it, and it hurt my eyes. I had to wash them out with bleach a little bit. But yeah, don't watch that movie with Julie Andrews. That's one that I don't recommend. What does that got to do with Princess Diaries? I just had to put that in there. Another movie that they're talking about making a remake of this, but I think this is perfect. I think it's great. Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy. I just wish I found it with the slip cover, but I didn't. And I think it was a great movie. It really caught the feel of the Haunted Mansion, where they went down into the catacombs to find something, and all those skeletons and mummies came up. That was a good scene. How it got a PG rating on that, I don't know. That would if I was a little kid and I went to see that would scare the shit out of me. But you have Terrence Stamp, which he's not really famous, but he's been in a lot of movies. Wallace Shawn, Marsha Thompson, Jennifer Tilly as the Madame Leola, and of course Eddie Murphy in the main part. One of Eddie Murphy's clean movies right after he quit Paramount. Based on the ride. This should have went in the other stack, but based on a ride of Haunted Mansion. I forgot about that. But anyway, good movie though. Yeah. This is a movie that I've seen. I think we were in Florida at the time, and we had some time to kill, and my wife was napping, and I was watching cable, and I think we were going to a wedding that year, and this was on TV. Enchanted. Watched the whole thing. Thought it was fantastic. Thought it was really funny. Nice spin on Cinderella, and nice comedy. This was before Amy Adams got really big, and Patrick Dempsey's in there, James Marsden, anyone else? Susan Sarandon's in this. No one else I recognize. Produced by Barry Barry Soderfield. I can't pronounce names tonight. What the fuck? Anyway, this was 107 minutes long. It says 2008 on here, but it could be that's when the Blu-ray came out. I don't know, but I highly recommend this one. If you want to see something just a funny twist on Cinderella, yeah, check this one out. Oh, look at that. Artwork on the Blu-ray and the DVD, and it's different. Go figure. Disney put some money into that one, huh? Now they don't give a shit about artwork. Next. This one I caught on cable first, and then I bought it. Steve Carell, Jennifer Gardner. This is going to take a while. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. This is based off of a book. Based off the best-selling book. I guess it was for kids at one point. And a lot of stuff happens to this family. And Alexander, the son, the youngest, thinks that it's his fault. And it just happened to be all coincidences and stuff. Steve Carell is pretty funny in this. When he was doing comedies. Now he's just doing straight drama, this, drama, that. He'll once in a while do a comedy drama, but, you know. Yeah. Jennifer Gardner's in this. Eddie Oxenbould. I don't know who the hell that is. There's other people in this movie that's just not listed. And this one was like 81 minutes. It's pretty good. It's PG. Rude humor, including some reckless behavior and language. Yeah, whatever. 2015, a Blu-ray release came out, so I probably either 2015 or 2014. See where they got lazy. No artwork. But it's a good movie to check out if you're a Steve Carell fan. Boom. Last but not least, but I didn't see this movie yet. I got it because I heard nothing but great things about it. Disney's Heavyweights with why am I drawing a blank? With Ben Stiller. I never heard of this movie before. Well, when I originally heard of this movie, people were talking about it, and I'm like, Ben Stiller made a Disney movie? It must not have been, like, advertised a lot. But, yeah, he made a movie. I don't know if this was made for TV, but I don't think so. It's executive produced by Judd Apatow. So I don't think this was made for TV. It was, and it's written by Judd Apatow. Yeah, it's an early Apatow movie. Heavyweights. So I think it was just, out of the theater. It's just maybe at the time, I never paid attention to this movie because it looked stupid or something. But a lot of people said, it's a good movie. Check it out. Well, I got it off the Disney Movie Club for cheap, and still have not watched it. Steve Brill is a director from Mr. Deeds, the Adam Sandler movie. So, yeah, it's PG for for some rude language and pranks. Yeah, so yeah, I gotta check this out soon. Blue Disc. All right, that's it. I'm tired. If you have any comments or questions about anything I showed in my live action Disney collection, and let me remind you, I do have more live action movies. They're on DVD, so I'm going to do a DVD video of all my DVDs. It isn't necessarily going to be DVD live action, DVD animation. I'm just going to put them all together and do a video on that, probably after I do the Disney animation movies, or I might do it before that. I don't know yet. So if you have any comments or questions for me, leave them below, or put a comment or question on my Instagram page, Movie Edge 1, and that's it. I am out of here. Remember, movies are your best entertainment, and yeah, see you next time, people. Bye.